Good morning, Year 2, and welcome to your mathematics lesson today. We are continuing on with our topic, 2D shapes, and today we are looking at our learning objective is to sort 2D shapes. Okay, can you remember what symmetrical means? Can you remember what symmetry means? So symmetrical lines, lines of symmetry. Can you remember? Well done if you can. Hopefully this will remind you. So yesterday we looked at if a shape like this has a line going through it and it looks the same on both sides, then the shape is symmetrical, and this is our line of symmetry. Okay, well done. Okay, over to you. You're fast 5 now, so you've got 5 minutes. Pause the video, have a go at these questions. Okay, remember to draw out your groups. Off you go. Okay, hopefully you've had enough time to do that. Well done. And I will draw out the groups for, so 3 times 2. Let's go through it together. So we draw out our groups. We've got 3 groups. 1, 2, 3. And we are multiplying 3 by 2. So we put 2 in each group like this. Okay, so then we count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 times 2 is 6. Well done if you got that right. Okay. Okay, and 8 times 3 is 24. 11 times 2 is 22. 3 times 11, 33. 12 times 2, 24. Okay, and 3 times 5 is 15. Okay, well done if you got those right. And next we have 6 divided by 3. Now I'm going to imagine that I have 6 sweets and I want to share them equally between 1, 2, 3 people or 3 groups, all right? So to make sure that I share them out fairly, I'm not going to give one person loads of sweets. I'm going to make sure that every person gets 1 each first. So I go 1 for you, 1 for you, and 1 for you. So I just check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we wanted 6. So there's our 6. Okay, now we check how many we've got in each group. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Fantastic. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. Well done. Okay, so 14 divided by 2. If we use the same method, we should have got 7. 60 divided by 10, 6. 22 divided by 2 is 11. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Ooh. And 12 divided by 3 is 4. So well done if you got all of those right. And well done if you put 100% effort in. If you maybe got a few wrong, but you know you put 100% effort in. That is brilliant. Okay, our success criteria for today. These are things that can help us to answer our questions today. So when we're looking at our questions, we can look at how many sides the shape has. Okay, how many vertices the shape has. Can you remember what vertices are? Okay, if you said that they are the points on the shape, well done. They are the points where the edges meet. Lines of symmetry we've just looked at. you can have horizontal lines and you can have vertical lines. Can you remember which is which? Is this horizontal or vertical? It is vertical, so think about vertical being nice and up straight, and horizontal is like you're lying down lengthways. All right, so we've got symmetry and then we've got naming our shape. So we know all our shape names now, and then we can choose which group it goes in. So we'll keep that in our heads. Okay, so our big question today is, because we are learning to sort 2D shapes into groups, we need to know what a Venn diagram is. Do you know what a Venn diagram is? Okay, if you do, that's great. Okay, so a Venn diagram is something which we use to sort our shapes into, and it is two circles which overlap. So it looks a little something like this. Okay, so we can see that we have our labels on our Venn diagram. So on this one it says blue coloured shapes, and on this one it says four-sided shapes. So our first shape we have is a green four-sided. So 1, 2, 3, 4-sided shape. Okay, so which group do you think that would go into then? Well, it's not going to go into blue, okay, because it's green, so it is going to go into this circle. So let's see if we were right. Fantastic. Next shape is a circle, and how many sides does it have? Okay, it has, what do you think? It has one side. So well done if you said that. If you said none, okay, that is a bit tricky, but it does have one side that goes all the way around, okay? So it's not a four-sided shape, but it is blue. So which one do you think it's going to go into? Is it this circle or this circle? Good. If you said this circle, let's see. Yep. Fantastic. And our next one. Okay, let's count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I know a four-sided shape is called a, what is it called? Fantastic. It is a square, or you could have said rectangle. So we know squares have equal sides, but also a four-sided shape can also be a rectangle. So well done. So it's got four sides, and what colour is it? Blue. Okay, so which category, which group is it going to go into? Let's have a look. So that is why we have our overlapping circles. Okay, so it can go into the middle if it goes into both categories, into both labels, all right? Right, so our question here says, write the letter of the shape in the correct section of the table. So in this one we have a four-sided, or four or more verticals, okay? So it either has four or it has more than four. So first we're going to look at the number of the sides on shape A. So 1, 2, 3. And we know a three-sided shape is called a, what's it called? Fantastic if you said triangle, well done. Okay, so now we're going to count our vertices, and we know vertices are where the edges meet on the shape, okay? It's the points on the shape. So we go 1, 2, 3, okay? And so we can see that it has 3 sides, so it is less, so we put A in this part of our table. Okay. So we do the same for B, so we can see it's got 4 sides, so it is a square, okay, and it's got 4 vertices, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so we can put it in 4 or more in this box, okay? Brilliant, okay. And we do the same for this shape. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. So it is also a square, okay? It might look a bit different, but all it is that it is on its side, okay? But it is still a square, okay? That is the mathematical name for that shape. And it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices again. So we can put C in this box. Brilliant, okay. Okay, and our next question. So this time we are looking at vertices. So again, we can have a look at how many sides it's got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for shape A. So it is a 5-sided shape. It's called a pentagon. Well done if you remembered that. Okay, and we know a vertical line means that it's going down or up, right? Yes, rather than lying down. So we draw our line like this, we check, okay, it looks the same on this side. So it can put our A in that box. Okay, we do the same for shape B. Okay, you might like to check horizontal as well. No, that doesn't look the same on these sides, but we can see that it can go in this box for vertical. So put B here, okay? And next we have our 6-sided shape, which is called, 6-sided shape is called a hexagon. Well done if you remembered that. Okay, and we do the same. So you can check vertical, does it look the same? Yes. And horizontal. So they look the same both sides, okay? So it can go in both the vertical because the shape looks the same on this side and this side. So we can put C here, and also horizontal. The horizontal line of symmetry also works for shape C. Brilliant. Well done if you got those right as well. Okay. So now we need to use our Venn diagram. So our first step is to have a look at the labels here. Okay, so it says here that for this category, for this group, it's asking us to put shapes in here that have vertical lines of symmetry. So we've just looked at that. So we can have a look and we can see that shape A would have a vertical line of symmetry. Shape B would have a vertical line of symmetry, and shape C would have a vertical line of symmetry. Okay, so that's brilliant. But we can see that this group is asking for 3 sides or fewer, and shape A has 1, 2, 3 sides. Okay, so it goes in both categories. So I put A in there, just like we did earlier. Okay, so if it goes in both categories, it goes in the middle. Brilliant. Okay, so now we are looking for shapes that either have 4 vertices, so 4 points, or a vertical line of symmetry. So if I look at shape A and I do my line of symmetry here, can you see that that isn't quite the same on both sides? Okay, because this side is slightly smaller. I can have a look on shape B as well, and I can see that they are not the same. Okay, if it was horizontal, that would work, but it's asking us for vertical. So it's really important that we remember that difference. Okay, so, and we can have a look at the 4 vertices. So 1, 2, 3, no. And for shape B, 1, 2, it also doesn't work. Okay, so if it's not going in either groups, we can put it on the outside. So we can put an A here and B here. or you can cross it out if your question asks for that later on, okay? But for now, I'm putting them on the outside, so it's okay if you want to do that. Okay, so now onto your assignment. So you are doing what we have been doing together. So you are looking at the table or the Venn diagram. You first of all need to look at what the labels are asking for, and then you have a look at your shape and see if they've got those things. So has shape A got 4 sides or more? Okay, and has it got fewer sides or more? Okay, so if it has one of those, then you put it in there and so on. And if you've got a shape that is both categories, you put it in the middle, okay? And if it's neither, then you put it on the outside, just like we've been doing. There is an alternative assignment. Now, this is just for those who are struggling with this. If you're finding it a bit tricky, that's absolutely fine. Have a go at this, okay? The alternative assignment is all labelled for you on Teams. Okay. And finally, there is a stretch. Okay, so on this activity, you are either drawing your own shapes that match the labels, or you are looking at the shapes that are there and you are coming up with your own labels, thinking about that key terminology, those key words we have been looking today, so vertices. Has it got curved sides or straight sides? We've looked at that before. Has it got symmetry? All of those things. Have a look at the success criteria when you do that as well. That might give you some clues. And have a look at your word mat on Microsoft Teams as well. That is there to help you. Okay, so I hope that you get on with that okay, and I look forward to seeing your work.